That's a delivery service guy, and he gives you a letter because when you complete lists, you get letters. But one thing is, there's two lists that you will always get letters for once you complete them, no matter what, at the beginning of the game. And if you look, like, oh, I never finished showing you the things. I'm so dumb. These are your letters, and this time you get letters that come with, they deliver you an item, just like in Ryuu Gotoku 3, where it's like, hey, I got an item, and so I gotta go meet Bob. But you don't gotta meet Bob; you just get it from that guy. And the letters are not only from Sayama, who's not even in this game, but in Ryuu Gotoku 3, they're only from Sayama. In this, they come from different people. Like, this is for completing the weapons list, and this comes from, what's his name, Kokanemaru? Haganemaru? I think it's Haganemaru. That's the blacksmith. He sent you a thing like, hey, here you go. And like, hey, I got the dragon, chest plate, which is, like, one of the most powerful breastplates around. And then there's, like, this one from Shichigoro, which is the guy who does the little painting. He's like, hey, congratulations on getting all the heat modes. And I just talked over that, but I think what you get is that, I might be wrong. Yeah, you know what you get? You get that. Yeah, I think you get that amulet that lets you. Oh, that's what you get. You get this thing. It's like another revelation that's not listed anywhere. It's like, oh man, I don't even know how to translate that. It's like the never-ending wilderness of what do you call that? Like ignorance, but it's like the ignorance in the Buddhist term. It's like this. It's like your ultimate technique, but you'll hardly ever use that, ever. It's gonna be weird if you do. Why is this? What? Something's wrong with my settings. Eh? Kwashi. Oh, it's, doing my system's data. Okay, that's... What? Wow, that's really strange. So I have to... See, this happens sometimes where I'm just like, man, I gotta mess around a little bit, because, we're playing some game or other, and I'm like, I'm too used to just going like, hey, what's that up there, And then... So I guess I was wrong. I guess I set them to reverse usually. Oh, this child ahead. You can't even start. This guy starts going like, what do you want to know? And you can't shut him up. Like, he has all these things he'll tell you. He'll tell you all what Gion is, and he tells you, like, what does it say? Yujo to you. The relationship between a Yujo and her, and the area, the thing she works for, I guess? You see how, and then you can be, it's like, who cares? He tells you, like, the different ranks of, like, Yujo. Yujo is basically a prostitute. She's a pleasure lady. It's different from what you might think of a prostitute. It's kind of romanticized a little bit, but the idea is that you go there and pay her to have, like, a good time and maybe try to woo her. It's not really so much like, I mean, she's gonna be having sex, but it's not, like, the same idea as, hey, let's go, like, just pick up some broad and, take her to the Love Hotel. It's a little different. And then there's, like, the... job as of the Yujo, and then there's this Kakimori, which is you, and you just ask him any of them, and he'll start babbling on and on for eternity. And then there's finally this thing will show up here that's like, hey, don't talk to me no more, you chat ahead. Get out of here. Look at Spock's father walking around over here. So, you gotta go to these places that are marked on the map, obviously. This is like your market. It's kind of like your item shop. Where is it? Come on, you moron. And he talks to him, and the guy's like, oops, I forgot to pay, oh well, some stuff, How dumb of me. Everyone pays those guys, because those guys, they're like the rent, they're like the landowners, basically, the landlords. So they all gotta pay the money to, like, be in this area. And then he's like, let me think about that. There are some more places for me to go to, oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. You can see it's like, hey, what if Ryuu Gotoku were like set in 1605? What would it look like? Well, here you go. They're just like this. I mean, the more you watch, there's guys of you who are like, oh, I got a lot of people who said, like, I don't want to play that game, dude. It's about like samurai. I'm like, you probably just, I only like the Ryuu Gotoku games. I don't like this, the Yakuza games. I'm like, you should probably look into this because it's gonna be like the same. Oh yeah, he's like, dude. This is like just some idiot standing around and going like, this place is crazy. This is the pawn shop you're going to now. ABC off. You talk to the chatter, he's like, oh man. Like, why don't you take the thing that's in the locker instead? Here, let me give you the key. But, no, he's like, I don't know where the key is though. He's like, oh man, what the hell? You know. And it turns out to be, like in the farthest, he's like, it's near one of the shrines, you know. And it's just at this one right here. There it is. Oh, look at that. There's a friggin' thingamajiggle. Awesome. And now you gotta go to... This is weird too, because one of the weird things about this game is, like, it shows you how to do the coin lockers right here. These are the storage lockers. It's not really a coin locker. And, you know, the keys are all missing as usual. Some idiot, like, every single person who used one of these lost their key, apparently. And then see, it's like, no, only the one that's lighted up, obviously. So, yeah, cool. I got the money for that dude, so I can go to the, what do you call that, the drugstore, and that's the last place. He's like the pharmacist kind of guy. But, like, I hate these guys, because watch, you can't interact with them. I hate them. Oh, you can interact with that guy. But then, look, they become like walls. So get out of my way. Friggin' punks. It shows you that there anyway, and then, like, later on, you have to find out how to do it again. Which is, like, doesn't make any sense. Tenguya. That big, huge red nose dude is a Tengu. If you don't know that. So this guy's like, oh, dude, I'm sorry, man. But, like, can't remember what it was. I skipped over the text. I think he, like, his kid has the money, or the person who was going to be working there. I think it's the guy who's going to be working there had the money to give to you, but then he ran off like a jackass. I'm not sure if it was his kid or not. And, whoops, I'm going the wrong way. ThePatrick, ladies and gentlemen. Can't play video games with crap. But he's going to make tutorials that are stupid. He's gone over to this little restaurant here. So we've talked to her, she's like, is that a restaurant, or am I wrong? Oh, no, this isn't a restaurant. That's how do you say that, Momiji? I don't think that's a restaurant anyway. No, yeah, I think it is, actually. But anyway, it turns out that he's over here. And he's being like, yeah, there it is. He's being harassed by these chowderheads. So it's time for you to go beat him up. This is your battle tutorial. And then, you know, it tells you, like, hey, you can combo people. You know, your unarmed fighting is really not that good in this game compared to the other games. Like, you only have the 3-hit string and then a power hit. Get compromised. What the hell they're saying. And then, this is like telling you, like, hey, if you grab a dude... I love how that guy, like, just barely rotated and got away from me. Yeah, mother. It used to be you could do that and then they'd break their grasp and then you could just keep doing it over and over again. And then it tells you, like, hey, there's weapons, you can pick them up and beat the snot out of people. You throw a circle. Let's see what the triangle looks like for these. Yeah! Yeah! Man, this goes on way longer than I remembered it. What a shouthead. Yeah. Oh no! And then it tells you, like, hey, your heat thing is gonna build, so once you get your heat energy... Oh, I think I have to, like, build it up. Anyone who's played Gotoku 3 will probably be like, what? You just start out with that roll? But yeah, you just start out with the roll.